Hello and welcome back to Crypto Saving Experts, where we talk about the latest cryptocurrency news and take a look at the markets so that we all know exactly what is happening. My name is Jess and we do these videos every single weekday at 11 a.m. usually, but it is now 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm off today, so today's stream is an early one, but we are still getting it done. Don't tell me I'm not dedicated. We are going to take a look at the latest cryptocurrency news, and we are also going to take a look at the price of Bitcoin, analysing the price at the end of today's stream, so make sure to stay tuned until the very end. Let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin here. We have Bitcoin at $26,877, and we have Ethereum at $1,800. They are both down around 1%, 1.5% in the last 24 hours, but we'll take a look at the news today and see what's going on. We've got some pretty juicy news this morning, and then we are going to take a look at the price of Bitcoin, as I said. So let's just get straight into it. First of all, we are going to be talking about FTX suing SBEF. Yes, you did hear that correctly. Let's take a look at this article and see what's going on here. So they're looking to sue the founder of FTX, SBEF, and some of his associates for at least $220 million. So in this article, we can see here that SBEF and his inner circle actually acquired a company called Embed without doing their proper due diligence. So they acquired this company for a valuation of, well, let's get this right, how much did he actually invest in this? Well, their lawsuit is seeking to get $250 million in damages because they bought this company, didn't do any due diligence, and now when they've come to resell this company to try and get some liquidity in this bankrupt exchange, we can see that they had 12 bidders show interest in acquiring Embed, with the highest being $78 million, but the only person to actually continue with their bid and hold their bid was somebody who was offering $1 million. So FTX's legal representative claims that Gals personally received $157 million from Embed's acquisition by FTX, and now they're just getting offered $1 million for this. So that is a huge change in valuation there. Obviously, they are very angry at SBEF and his team for doing so, and they are looking to get some money back in return for damages, and they are suing for at least $220 million there. So that's a big news story coming in this morning. The lawsuit also alleged that FTX insiders took advantage of the exchange's mismanagement by producing misleading documents to recover Alameda's role in funding the acquisition. So huge news here this morning. Very interesting one. We will be keeping you up to date with this story. As we said, when FTX first collapsed in November 2022, it was going to take a while for the truth to really come out and really find out what's been going on behind the scenes. And this story is a prime example of that. I imagine there's going to be loads more news stories like this to come. Nobody really would have thought that FTX would have been suing SBEF anytime soon. If you'd asked that question in even October 2022, it would have just been out the question. Let's take a look at the next article here and see what else is going on in the world of crypto. We also have Montenegrin prosecutors appeal Do Kwon's bail. So let's take a look at this and see what else is going on. So Do Kwon is the creator and the creator of Terra Luna Labs. He created UST, which depegged from the dollar back in May 2022. And now Do Kwon and his associates are in Montenegro, and they are being accused of forging documents. Now they need to deal with this whole issue and this accusation before they move to the US and they deal with some other charges. Now, they were actually going to be let on bail by the Montenegrin court for $437,000 bail agreement. However, the prosecutors have actually appealed this decision, so then now the two are held in detention while they decide what to do with this. So now, do we think that Do Kwon should go on bail? No, I do believe that he has been on the run for a very long time now. Just keep him behind bars until we decide what to do next. He has a court date in June, I believe. And let's not jump the gun. Let's take a look at the article. On the 12th of May, the Montenegrin court agreed to release the duo on a $437,000 bail, and after the Terraform founder pleaded not guilty to document forgery in Montenegro. So Kwon and his aide will remain in detention until the court passes a decision on the prosecution appeal. According to the report, the duo will be released under house arrest if the appeal is denied and the bail is paid. Before the appeal, prosecutors raised an objection stating that Kwon had no interest in staying in Montenegro. However, the Terraform founder pledged to show up when requested and comply with other terms of the bail agreement, including security measures. So if the agreement is compromised, the court says bail will be entered into a special section of its working budget. So Kwon will appear before the Montenegrin court on the 16th of June for the trial hearing on document forgery charges filed against the founder. Kwon and their associate will face 5 years jail sentence if found guilty, but this would mean a delay in the potential extraction to South Korea or the United States, according to a statement by the Montenegro Justice Minister Marko Kovac. So he has said primacy is given to the court proceedings led in Montenegro. If they are convicted to the criminal offence of falsifying identification documents, only after they have served their prison sentence is it expected that they will be extradited. So then they will move on to the next jurisdiction where they will face the next layer of charges. Do Kwon is in a very sticky situation right now, and it's really interesting to see how this is all unfolding. It's just one thing after another. First UST collapsed, and then if this is found true that he's forged documents, it's getting worse and worse and worse. He's digging that hole deeper and deeper and deeper. Let's take a look at the next article now and see what else is going on in the world of crypto. Let me have a quick sip of my coffee this morning. It's an early start. Binance have integrated TradingView with its spot market. Now, this is a really interesting one. I'm not sure how many of our viewers are into getting involved in trading indicators, creating trading indicators, creating trading bots, but this is a really useful tool for those of you that are out there. You can use Pine scripts within TradingView. So if you just go to TradingView and you press this Pine editor down here, you can actually write your own trading scripts. I've got loads of trading scripts down there, so I'm not going to try and pull any of them up. But you can create your own indicators directly there in TradingView. You could also turn those indicators into strategies. So if you turn them into strategies, then you can actually invest and trade directly from the TradingView portal. And now that Binance have integrated their spot market into TradingView, that is so much more easier. You can use an exchange already used. You can get involved with that. And the other brilliant thing about this is that Binance have spot market trades between Bitcoin and some stable coins, and maybe even some Ethereum, some stable coins that have 0% transaction fees. And that's a really important feature to look for when you are looking at trading strategies. So being able to, for them to have integrated that into TradingView just opens a whole new door for those people trying to get involved in trading strategies and indicators over on the TradingView platform. So the Binance team have wrote, fellow Binanceans, Binance Spot is now integrated with TradingView, a charting and trading platform that enables users to perform technical and fundamental analysis in a comprehensive manner, manage their trades efficiently, and to learn new strategies with an active community. So Binance users can now trade crypto on the Binance spot market directly within TradingView's browser and desktop apps by connecting to the platform using their Binance accounts. So all you would need to do is go to the trading panel here at the bottom and select Binance, and then you can actually trade directly from this panel. If we take a look at the things you can do here, you can have your long patterns drawn directly on the TradingView chart. You can look at where you've got your stop loss, where you've got your take profit level. It's a very useful tool. I really like that. Maybe I have traded on TradingView before. I don't know. But it's a very useful tool because that is the tool that the majority of us look at when we're conducting our analysis. So be able to place the trades on the same platform is really, really useful. Let's take a look at the next article here. Anyway, we have Ripple CEO confusing rules may cause more crypto firms to leave the US. Now, this is a pretty obvious one here. We've been talking about this here on the channel a lot. Brad Garlinghouse believes the lack of regulatory clarity in the US may cause more crypto firms to leave the country for crypto-friendly jurisdictions. If we don't see clarity around the rules, companies are just going to throw their hands in the air and say, we're not working with you anymore. And then we are also seeing the clarity around regulation and the boost in attempt to have cryptocurrency companies in many different jurisdictions. As I always say, a great example of this right now is Hong Kong. Hong Kong are pushing to be a cryptocurrency hotspot. Their banks want to work with cryptocurrency companies. The governments want cryptocurrency companies to start building within Hong Kong. They're not saying regulation is going to be light, but they're saying it's going to be clear. And they're going to create this place that's easy for cryptocurrency companies to grow. And that's really all the cryptocurrency companies want. So we can see here that if this continues, crypto companies are going to leave the US, according to the CEO of Ripple, and if that is the case, the US are the ones that are going to fall behind. So we can see here that Europe, UAE, UK and Singapore are providing clarity on crypto. The UK is also on a mission to become the next cryptocurrency hotspot. It's just not, I would say, personally, not going as successful as Hong Kong. A major factor of that being that the banks don't make it easy in the UK just as easy as they do in Hong Kong. UAE, obviously, we all know, is a cryptocurrency hotspot already. Europe are trying to provide regulatory framework for the entire of the EU, which makes it really easy for cryptocurrency companies because they don't need to abide by all of these different jurisdictions. They just have this one piece of framework to follow. And Singapore as well is obviously a big place for crypto. We can see here that the CEO of Ripple have said Europe really has provided leadership, and countries like UAE, the growth you're seeing, even the UK and Singapore, they're providing the clarity about how they will regulate these digital assets, and that allows through those rules of the road that allow entrepreneurs, investors to engage constructively with regulators. So he's explained, I think it's fair to say the US has made it as confusing as possible as to what the rules of the road are for the crypto industry. As you described, the US SEC has really been at the forefront of that confusion. Unfortunately, that has encouraged companies like Ripple to invest more outside of the US. So they're not the first, and they won't be the last. We are seeing that Gary Gensler is saying we have regulation for crypto. Putting his head in the sand. And there's been some debates, to say the least, between Coinbase and the SEC and Gary Gensler within the last couple of weeks. Coinbase are a major force pushing against the SEC, trying to get regulation in the US and trying to get clarity on that regulation. So I am a very big fan of Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase right now, because in the last couple of months, he's really pushed forwards for the cryptocurrency industry. Let's take a look at the next article here and see what else is going on. Lawyers still struggling to serve basketball legend Shakil, I don't know, I'm not a basketball fan, O'Neill in FTX case. So in 30 years, the lawyer has said, I've never had to deal with this situation. So what's happened is FTX obviously filed for bankruptcy in November 2022. And there were many different celebrities that did promote the exchange prior to its collapse. Obviously, I do understand with this one, it's pretty difficult to have known FTX was going to collapse. It did have a pretty good reputation. And we can see here that O'Neill has been dodging the service process despite multiple attempts to reach the former NBA star, said the lawyers. So let's take a look at this. Quick sip of coffee. The lawyer has said, in 30 years, I've never had to deal with this situation. One of the lawyers handling the case has said, we're not going away. But his lawyers have said, Mr. O'Neill has not evaded service by failing to be at the residences where plaintiffs belatedly attended service, or by driving past strangers who approached his car. So O'Neill's lawyers said in a court filing, the court should quash service and dismiss the claims against him. And he said, I was just a spokesperson. So what's happened here is that, let's see, where's the main point of this article? Basically, he got the papers thrown at him, and he's saying they're not served correctly. Here we go. In April, O'Neill was served the notice. However, the basketball legend decried the service, saying they weren't correctly served the papers because the documents were tossed at the car. So during an interview in December 22, O'Neill attempted to distance himself from FTX, saying that the relationship with the bankrupt exchange did not go beyond the paid promotion. A lot of people think I'm involved, but I was just a paid spokesperson for a commercial. So besides the celebrities, FTX plaintiffs are also chasing damages from YouTubers who promoted the exchange and its yield-bearing accounts, and some creators named in the case include Ben Armstrong, so BitBoy, Ryan Junk, and Graham Stephan as well, and Kevin Paffrath. So That's what's going on here. I mean, they were never to have known. It's very difficult to I think that's an unfair judgment there, but we'll see how that plays out. Let's take a look at the next one here. CoinCafe ordered to pay a $4.3 million refund for defrauding investors. Now, I've just taken a look at this article. It's absolutely insane. So if we take a look at this, Brooklyn-based crypto company CoinCafe has agreed to pay $4.3 million in restitution to the investors it defrauded by misleading platform fees. So CoinCafe actually said that they were having a free company website. They said to their customers, they actually were charging its customers exorbitant and undisclosed fees. Now, if we take a look at the amount of fees they charged, an investor once paid $10,000 in a month, and another investor paid a whopping $51,000 in service fees within 13 months. We can actually see here that the New York Attorney General has said CoinCafe defrauded hundreds of New Yorkers out of thousands of dollars with its deceptive marketing and due to a lack of effective regulation. And we can actually see that one account was actually almost made empty. Let's take a look at this. CoinCafe agreed Thursday to repay $4.3 million in full restitution to the affected investors. The company will also pay $508,000 to 340 New York investors who were charged fees without their knowledge. It has 5 days from today to contact customers via email on whether they are entitled to the refund. So we can see here that the crypto lacks robust regulations, making it prone to dramatic market fluctuations and deceits committed by CoinCafe. And when there are inadequate safeguards to protect customers and investors, companies are able to take advantage of New Yorkers. This is yet another example of why the cryptocurrency industry needs to be better regulated, just like any other financial institution where New York investors put their hard-earned money. So that is very, very important. If we take a look at it, I'm sure there's another piece of information in this article that I found interesting. We'll take a look at that anyway. Let's take a look at the cryptocurrency markets now. Let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin and see what else is going on. Before we close off today's stream, it's been a very early one here. We can see here we are currently sat in that level of support that we've been discussing between the $26,600 level and the $26,900 level. We do have this level of resistance up at $27,700. If we take a look at the daily chart, we are also still keeping an eye on that inverse head, it's not an inverse head and shoulders pattern. I keep saying that. I don't know why I keep saying that. On the head and shoulders pattern. So we are taking a look at the head and shoulders pattern here. We have broken below the neckline. We have now been rejected from that neckline as well. So we do have a confirmation bounce there, which is making it look even more likely. The probability is that we could be retesting this level, this target point here, which is at $24,600. The good thing I do have to say about this point here, though, is that we do have a lot of levels of previous resistance around this zone. So we are looking at around the $25,230 level. There is a previous level of resistance which has been used a lot, and you could even say if we do come back down and retest that level of previous resistance and use it as a support, we've got an even bigger inverse head and shoulders pattern here. I've just said that off the bat. I will do more research onto that one, but that is a debatable inverse head and shoulders pattern there. That would have a really nice price target. I'm not going to put up right now because I don't want to be accused of being a moon boy, but this is what we're looking at here. We are currently being rejected from that neckline there, so we could be seeing a move to the downside, but we do have some pretty strong levels of support in place. If we take a look here, we can also see strongly we have a level of support here. There are many levels of support that we can look out for along the way, so it may not be as bad as we all think, but we will be keeping an eye on it here on the Crypto Saving Expert channel, the best cryptocurrency YouTube channel out there. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification button, and stay tuned. We have more new live streams to come. We do these live streams every single day at 11 a.m. BST time. We are just early today, but we'll be back at normal time on Monday. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. We'll keep you up to date with the CME gap over on Monday, and make sure to head over to the website cryptosavingexpert.com, press that big blue sign up button, create an account, tick that box there as well, and you get access to our newsletter, which will be launched on Tuesday. So I will see you all back here on Monday. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. That's all we have for